So this is the review for the Chapter 5 test. Go along when it says pause, pause, do the problems, check your answers, and I'm sure you'll do fine. Number 1, you're supposed to put that in a fraction in simplest form. Make sure it's in a fraction. For number 2, you have to put that in a fraction in simplest form too. 5/4 over 2/3 is definitely not in simplest form. But if you look at it as a division problem, 5/4 divided by 2/3, and you actually do that division problem, keep, change, flip, you'll get the right answer. On 3 and 4, remember you're looking for the unit rate, cost per song for number 3, gallons per hour for number 4. And on the rest of them, you're just telling whether a proportion is there or not. I would use probably cross products on most of them. For 12 and 13, you're just writing a proportion. If it were me, I would do it dollars over hours equals dollars over hours for the first one, and games over wins equals games over wins for the second one. Number 14, you're just finding a unit rate. For 15, the graph shows the distance that sound travels through steel. Interpret each plotted point. So there are 3 plotted points there. Remember, you're putting the y coordinate with the y units over the x coordinate with the x units. So for instance, that top dot would be 24 kilometers over 4 seconds. And that's interpreting the point, 24 kilometers per 4 seconds. For number 16, you advance 3 levels in 15 minutes, your friend 5 in 20 minutes. Write that, see if that's a proportion, and you can figure out number 17 as well. For numbers 1 through 3 here, solve the proportion. You're just basically finding when that missing number is, equivalent fraction-wise. 4 and 5, you're looking for the slope. Remember, it's rise over run. And then for 6 and 7, it says find and interpret the slope of the line through the points. So remember, the slope of the line is change in y over change in x. And then simplify that if possible. For 8 and 9 here, tell whether x and y show direct variation. You're going to solve for y and then see if they fall into the form y equals kx. Number 9, when you're solving that one, remember to get y by itself, you're going to multiply both sides by 8 over 5. Number 10 is not so bad. Number 11, you have to look at the graph, and A, compare the steepness of the lines. B, find and interpret the slope of each line. So remember, to find the slope, you'll do change in y. So for the green line, you'll do 105 minus 45. That'll be the top. And then you'll do 7 minus 3. That's change in x for the bottom. You'll do the same type of thing for the blue line. When you have the slope, do simplify them to their unit rates because it'll make C very easy. And for number 12, you have to show whether x and y show direct variation. Remember, if they show direct variation, they're proportional. So you could simplify each of these, profit per pie sold, and see if they each simplify to the same unit rate. If they do, then it does show direct variation. For the rest of these, pause it on the examples, read through the example, then pause it on the problems, work them out, and then check your answers.